Progressive bookselling isn't about solving all the problems of society through selling books, but about growing with your community and providing the resources for your community to grow through books. It is about being aware of the past while interacting with the present in hope for the future it could lead to. It isn't about judging the choices of individual readers, but about recognizing that everyone in the United States, in both their personal and professional lives, has a responsibility to take the anti-racist and anti-fascist actions available to them. It isn't about prescribing books to readers like a nutritionist, but about leading readers to the vast possibility of books, and through those books, to the possibilities for life. Perhaps even more than politics, possibility defines my idea of progressive bookselling. Conservative bookselling does not see any relationship between booksellers and what books do or don't do after they've left the store. It cuts itself off from the possibility inherent in literature, books, and reading. To me, there is something sad, maybe even lonely, to the idea that once the receipt is printed, your connection to that book and that reader is over. Radical bookselling articulates and works towards specific possible worlds, many of which I want to see enacted. As important and vital as I think that work is, as important as it is to envision tangible, specific futures, radical bookselling has an active relationship only with slices of that spectrum of possibility. That focus is what makes radical bookselling important and effective, and I wish there were more radical bookstores in the world. Progressive bookselling both acknowledges the fact of possibility and maintains an active relationship with it. It shows readers that the world of books is bigger than what we learned in school, bigger than the canon, bigger than a list of classics, bigger than what is covered in the media. And progressive bookselling recognizes that, as much as there can always be more, and it helps that more come into being by supporting the writers who are writing it and the publishers who are publishing it. Finally, progressive bookselling recognizes that possibility grows when we are a community instead of a collection of individuals, when we see the relationship between booksellers and readers as collaborative rather than transactional, and when we see providing the opportunity for growth as one of the key services independent booksellers provide to their customers. Most of us don't end up with the power needed to make any actual change in this world, and those who do usually get there because they pursued the power itself and not the change. Most of us don't have the money to buy politicians. Most of us aren't politicians. And also, most of us don't end up with the range of skills to become organizers and activists. Most of us aren't movie stars or best-selling writers or professional athletes with wealth and influence. Many of us can't risk being exposed to tear gas. Many of us have obligations that make civil disobedience impossible.